All right. Hello, everybody. We have our upper body push workout today. It is going to be about 38 minutes long. We're going to be working through 3 different timed blocks, which will be 40 seconds on and 20 seconds off. And then we're going to be working through our last little block, which is going to be a core blast, 2 exercises. We'll work through those. All in all, a great workout. We will need a couple of medium weight dumbbells today. We're going to need 2 lightweight dumbbells and then maybe even have those really super light dumbbells handy just in case we need to grab those today as well. Grab your drink of water, have that handy, and we'll go ahead and get started with a 3-minute warm-up today. All right, you guys, we're going to go ahead and go into that body weight squat. We're going to be using our arms as much as possible. So just kind of swing them forward here. Nice job. Let's go ahead, hinge at the hip. We're going to bring it down, put those hands by those shins, go into that squat, right arm up and left arm up, and then stand. We're going to go through just a couple of these. We'll be focusing more on that upper body today. So we'll be warming up those shoulders, triceps, and chest. But we got to get moving a little bit here. All right, we're going to go ahead into that side lunge. We're just going to bring that arm across your body. A little bit of rotation. Get that shoulder warmed up here. Good job. All right, we're going to go into just some shoulder rolls here. So just bring those shoulders back, really open up that chest. Nice big deep breath here. And then we're just going to bring it forward. So we're just going to reverse that order, bringing those shoulders in the front of our body. Then we're going to go into those big arm circles here. Nice job. We're going to reverse that, opposite direction. Nice job. Let's go ahead, face forward. We're going to bring both of those arms up. We're just going to come down and reach the opposite hand to opposite toe here. Nice job. All right, we're gonna go into our last little warm-up exercise. We're gonna do that plank walkout. We're gonna go into that little push-up here. So we're gonna hinge at the hip. We're gonna walk it down. You can come down to your knees if you want to, and then you're just gonna do that little push-up. We're gonna come right back up, walk it out. We're gonna do that again. Nice job. We're just getting those chest muscles, those tricep muscles warmed up here. Nice job. One more, and then we are done with our warm-up today. All right, nice job. Grab your drink of water. I'm going to demo our first 3 exercises. We're going to have a chest press, an alternating dumbbell row, and then a plank shoulder tap. So for that chest press, I want you guys to grab a little bit heavier weight today. So if you have a choice to maybe go up 1 or 2 pounds on those dumbbells, this would be a really great workout to do that. Since we are just working the upper body, so we can keep that heart rate in check. The first one's gonna just be that chest press. We're gonna bring it down to our mat, push our back up against that mat, and we're just gonna come straight up. We're not gonna let those elbows hit the ground. That's our chest press. Then we're gonna come up to our feet here, and we're just gonna go into that alternating dumbbell row. So you're gonna hinge at the hips here. We're just gonna bring one arm, right arm and then left arm, singly for that dumbbell row. And then we have our plank shoulder tap. Then all we're gonna do here, we're gonna come down to that mat. We're gonna stay in that high plank position. Make sure your booty's nice and low here. Looking straight down, hands are directly below those shoulders. And we're just gonna tap each shoulder. So right and left here. Those are our 3 exercises. So we're gonna stay with one exercise for 3 times before we move on to that next exercise. All right, so let's grab those medium to heavier weight dumbbells and we'll go ahead and get started with that chest press. We got 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest here. We got this, you guys. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Nice and slow here on the way down. So nice and powerful up, nice and slow on the way down. We're already halfway through our interval here. Push your back up against that mat. That spine nice and neutral here. We're not rounding out our back at all. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Nice work, you guys. We are resting here. We have 20 seconds. You can grab that drink of water. You can grab a heavier weight if you need it. All right, you guys, we're gonna go into that second set, bringing those dumbbells back up over our head in 3, 2, and 1. Pushing your back against that mat, nice and controlled here. So it's that 1 count up, 3 counts down, that time under tension. We're already halfway through this interval. Nice job. I also increased my weight choices here. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. So I probably will be working pretty hard on this third set, but hey, that's okay. I'm in it with you guys. I upped mine 5 pounds each dumbbell. If that gives you any thoughts that you'd want to do that, I'd be really proud of you. So let's go back to that third set here. Bringing those dumbbells up in 3, 2, and 1. Slow and controlled. We're not letting those elbows hit the ground. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, you guys. All right, we are done with that chest press. We're gonna get ready for that alternating dumbbell row. So we're coming up to our feet here. We're gonna stay on this exercise 3 times. We're just gonna work through that right and left separately here. All right, you guys, we're gonna hinge at the hips, slight bend in those knees. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. So bring that right side and that left side. Keep that back nice and flat. Use that core. Nice job, you guys. We are halfway through this interval. Really engage your core here. Keep it nice and stable. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. We have 20 seconds of rest here. You can put those dumbbells down. We're gonna go back into that same exercise 2 more times. Nice work, you guys. I can't wait to hear about the weight choices you guys picked on these. All right, you guys, here we go. Let's hinge in 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. We're halfway. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work. Go ahead and put those dumbbells down. Grab a drink of water. We have one more of those before we move on to our last exercise in this block. I can really tell a difference in that weight choice. Definitely makes it more challenging. All right, you guys, here we go. Let's hinge in 3, 2, and 1. We are looking straight down to our mat here, just kind of slightly in front of our feet. Keeping that spine nice and neutral. We don't want to be looking up or putting any type of extra tension on our neck. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Nice work, you guys. Let's get rid of those dumbbells for now. We're gonna go into our last exercise of this block. It is gonna be that plank shoulder tap. So the main thing with this exercise is we don't wanna be rotating back and forth. Make sure that hand is directly below those shoulders and make sure that booty is nice and low here, nice and straight in 3, 2, and 1. Try not to move those hips. When you put your hand back down, make sure it's landing right below your shoulder. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work. We're gonna do that 2 more times before we move on to that next block. We have about 5 more seconds left in this rest. Nice big deep breath. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Keep breathing through this. Really engage that core, engage those glutes, kind of keep everything nice and strong. We have about 10 more seconds here. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work. All right, you guys. We have 1 more of those, and then we are done with that first block, just like that. I'm really glad we had an upper body workout today, because my lower body was kind of trashed over the last couple days. All right, you guys, here we go. We're tapping. We're starting the week out strong. This week we are in phase 2 of our program. Moving right along here, you guys. Couple more seconds, hang in there. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work. All right, we are on to that second block. We have 3 new exercises. We're gonna go through an alternating overhead press. So we're gonna take that medium weight dumbbell, bring those dumbbells up to our shoulders, slight bend in those knees just to protect that low back. And all we're gonna do is alternate right side and left side for that overhead press. Then we're gonna hang on to these medium weights for the next exercise. It's going to be a curl to an overhead press. So again, slight bend in those knees. All we're gonna do is we're going to hammer curl, so palms are facing each other, and then we're gonna bring those dumbbells up, okay, for that curl to press. And then we're gonna go down to our mat, and we're just gonna do a Superman, working that core. So we're gonna bring it down, those hands and those legs come off the ground. We're squeezing our core, squeezing our glutes. We're gonna work through 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. We're gonna go through each exercise once, and we're gonna do that 3 times, okay? So we're gonna start with that alternating overhead press. So let's grab those 2 medium weight dumbbells and let's get set up. Let's bring those dumbbells up. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Slight bend in those knees. Nice and slow here. Slow and controlled on the way down. We're halfway. It should be getting a little bit challenging here. If it's not, then you definitely need to increase that weight choice. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Let's set those weights down. Give a good 20 seconds here to catch our breath. Let those shoulders recover a little bit. We're gonna go into that curl to press. Palms will be facing each other on these. All right, you guys, let's grab those dumbbells. Let's get ready. Here we go. Slight bend in those knees in 3, 2, and 1. So we're curling and pressing. Engage your core. Keep everything nice and tight here. So everybody in this program has gone through phase 1. So I know that you guys know how to have good form. I know that you know how to do the exercises. This is when it is time to start increasing those weights. I know I keep saying that, but don't be afraid to do that. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. The change is gonna happen a lot quicker if you have the right weight choice. If you are unsure if you have the right weight choice or you need help with that, reach out to me. I will definitely walk you through that. We'll jump on a video, whatever we need to do to make sure you guys are comfortable. We're going down to the mat. We're gonna bring it into that Superman. We're looking straight down to our mat. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Your hands and your feet come up. Those glutes, you're squeezing them nice and tight. And we're gonna keep doing that. 40 seconds here. We're over halfway. A lot of people will work their core and they forget about that low back. Everybody just wants to focus on those abs. Well, this is part of your core and it is equally as important. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work. We're gonna bring it back to the top, going into that alternating overhead press. Catch my breath here. Catch your breath. All right, you guys, here we go. Dumbbells come up in 3, 2, and 1. Slight bend in those knees. Pay attention to your breathing. Really focus on that, making sure you're getting nice big deep breaths here. We're halfway. You got this, hang in there. Keep pushing, 10 more seconds. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. All right, we are going into our next exercise. That is the curl to press. So grabbing those same dumbbells, those medium weight dumbbells. All right, here we go. Slight bend in those knees in 3, 2, and 1. Curling and pressing. Those palms are facing each other here. Elbows are nice and tucked in, keeping them close to our ribs here. We are halfway. We have 10 more seconds, you guys. Couple more. Definitely getting challenging for me. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Whew. That last rep was tough. So you should be feeling like that when you get to that like last 3 or 4 reps. You should really be trying to focus on getting those weights up. That is when you know you have the right weight choice. All right, you guys, we're going back down to that mat. We're going into that Superman. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. We're halfway here. Nice work. Stronger every day, you guys. We got this. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Okay, we are going back up to the top. We have one more set of each one of those exercises, and then we're going to move on to that third block. Today we're working on all of our summer tank top muscles, right? These are the ones that look good in tank tops. All right, you guys, that alternating press. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Make sure those knees are slightly bent here, just a little tiny bend. Nothing crazy. I'll go side view. You guys can see they're just soft, not really bent, but soft. Just to kind of protect that low back. Nice job. 10 more seconds here. This is the last time we're going to see this exercise. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Put those weights down. We have 20 seconds of rest. We're going to go into that curl to press next. And then that Superman, and we are done with this block. Nice big deep breath here. All right, you guys, let's grab those weights. Here we go. Curl to press in 3, 2, and 1. Nice and slow here. Slower you can do these reps, the more effective they're going to be. So slow it down. We are over halfway. Job. Couple more seconds here. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work. We are done with those. We're going to do those Supermans one more time. Let's go ahead down to our mat. Let's get ready. All right, you guys, here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. We are halfway. Couple more here. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work. Okay, we are on to our next demo here. We have one more longer block, which is that 3 exercises, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, and then we are going down to that little short core blast. So we're going to go through a tricep extension. You're going to grab medium to heavyweight dumbbell. That's going to come straight over your head, slight bend in those knees, and we're just going to bring that dumbbell down to that 90 degrees and then bring it right back up. So if I'm forward facing, my elbows are going to be tucked in nice and close to my ears the entire time. And then we're going to go into a reverse fly. This is where you're going to need those lightweight dumbbells. All we're going to do is slight bend in those knees. As always, we're hinging at the hips. palms are facing each other, slight little bend in those elbows. And we're just bringing those dumbbells straight back. So if I had like a pencil or something in between my shoulder blades, I'm just trying to squeeze my shoulder blades together, squeezing that pencil or whatever you want to think about, but making sure you're really pulling them all the way back and squeezing. And then guess what, guys? We're going into a plank hold for that last little exercise here. We're gonna be down on those forearms and we are holding that plank for 40 seconds. All right, you guys, let's get that tricep extension going. Let's grab that medium to heavy weight, bring it up over the top of our head, sliping in those knees, and let's bring that dumbbell down. We're keeping that core nice and tight, nice and engaged, and we're keeping those elbows nice and close to our ears here. Nice and slow. If your elbows are too far out, this is going to turn into a shoulder workout. So making sure you get those elbows tucked in. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. We're going into that reverse fly. So grab something super light, 5 pounds, 7 pounds, 10 pounds, whatever you feel is the best choice for you today. We're going to hinge at the hips. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Bringing those dumbbells straight back. Squeezing those shoulder blades. Making sure your back stays nice and flat. And you're looking kind of straight in front of you, a couple feet ahead, but down at that mat, keeping that spine nice and neutral. We're over halfway here. Five more seconds. Here, we bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work. All right, you guys. Next exercise is that plank hold. So I know you guys can do it. I know you guys can hold that plank for 40 seconds. So don't give up, okay? Let's focus on that breathing. We're squeezing that core. We're squeezing our glutes. We're keeping everything super tight here. Elbows are directly below my shoulders. My butt stays nice and low. And I'm just looking down to the mat. Staying nice and strong. I will give you that halfway point. Keep squeezing, keep that booty up. We're over halfway. You already made it over halfway. We got this. Hang in there. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work. Grab a drink of water. We're gonna go back to the top here to that tricep extension. All right, you guys. Let's grab that medium to heavyweight dumbbell. Sliping in those knees. Here we go. Elbows nice and close. Keep your back nice and flat. Don't let it arch out. We're over halfway. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. All right, you guys, our second 40-second plank. We got this. If you did it the first time, you have to do it the second time. If you didn't do it the first time, let's try it again. We got another chance here. We got this. Elbows directly below those shoulders. Booty nice and low. Here we go. We're holding. Planking is one of those exercises that I swear time just doesn't pass. We're halfway. We got this. This is like when you have to think about like other things except the fact that you're holding a plank. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work. All right, you guys, we have one more of each one of those exercises, and that finishes up that third block, and then we are on the home stretch. All right, let's get ready for going into that tricep extension. You're grabbing that medium to heavy weight over your head. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Try to keep those hips nice and square here. Don't round out your back. It's so hard sometimes to do, right? So really focusing on that. I know I have to. We are well over halfway. We have like 10 seconds left. Should be getting pretty challenging here. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work. We're going into that reverse fly. So grabbing that lightweight dumbbell. All right, you guys, we're gonna go in 5 seconds. I grabbed a little bit heavier weight. We'll see how this goes. Hinging at the hips. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Bring them back. The heavier weights I pick up, the less I talk. We're over halfway. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Maybe some of you guys are like, thank God. Yeah, these are definitely more challenging. I think it's making me immediately sweat. All right, you guys, bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work. All right, we have one more plank hold. You didn't do it the first time, you tried the second time, you didn't do it. We have one more chance to hold that for 40 seconds. If you did the first and the second, you absolutely have to do it the third. There's no excuses. Let's go ahead into that plank. Here we go, in 3, 2, and 1. We're halfway. Hang in there. We got this. Think those happy thoughts. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work. All right, so we could stay right here down on our mat. We're gonna go through our next block, our last block. 2 exercises. We're gonna go through a Russian twist. You're gonna grab that medium weight dumbbell, medium to heavyweight dumbbell. Keep those feet on the ground, or if you wanna make it a little bit more challenging, you can always bring those feet up. And all you're gonna do is you're gonna go side to side here with that dumbbell. Okay? The second one is gonna be a bird dog. So you're gonna come back to your mat. We're gonna go into that tabletop position here, and nice and slow, without rotating your hips, you're gonna take that left hand and that right leg, opposite arm, opposite leg, and you're just gonna very slowly bring both of them up together, trying not to rotate or move those hips. So if you had a glass of water on your back, you would not be spilling that water. And that is your goal. We're gonna go through 30 seconds of each one, just back and forth to end our block. Grab a drink of water, let's get ready. All right, you guys, let's grab that dumbbell into that Russian twist. Here we go. Slightly lean back here in 3, 2, and 1. Side to side. Nice and slow. My eyes are gonna follow that dumbbell. So I'm making sure that I am rotating all the way here. Slightly leaning back, making that core work. Nice job, you guys. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna leave that dumbbell there. Get into that tabletop position. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Nice and slow. Engage that core. When you come up, you're really squeezing those glutes. I know the other day we did some hip thrusters on a step, and I don't know about you guys, but my glutes definitely felt that when I woke up today. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. You know, it's funny, just adding something like that, just something that changes the position of an exercise really can change the effects and what it works. So it's really great that we have that step now. All right, you guys, we're into that Russian twist in 3, 2, and 1. 30 seconds here. Nice job. About 10 more seconds. Our core definitely got a workout today. All right, you guys, bring it down. Get rid of that dumbbell. We're gonna go back into that tabletop position, into that bird dog in 3, 2, and 1. Don't let your back arch either, so you're really trying to focus on where your hips are when you come down. Bring it down in 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work. We are done with our workout today. We're gonna go ahead and do some stretches here. Bring that arm across your body. We can stay down on the mat. We will be going right into a stretch there in just a second, but we'll go ahead, bring that left arm across your body. Kind of push a little bit with this hand, your opposite hand, just to kind of pull back towards you to give it a little bit more of that stretch with your shoulder. All right, you're gonna bring both those arms up overhead. You're gonna grab that elbow, and we're just gonna kind of let this hand pull back on this arm just a little bit. We're gonna stretch out that tricep. And then we're just going to switch sides. So just bring in this hand on that elbow, just kind of pull it back just a little bit, just kind of hold it there, support it while it's stretching. Nice work. Bring both hands back. Put your hands together. We're going to stretch out that chest really good. Nice big deep breath here. All right, we're going to bring it down to our mat. We're going to bring that right leg up. We're going to stretch out that low back here, all those rows. And bring that right leg across your body. That right arm comes out to the side. Just kind of relax there. Nice big deep breath. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Bring that across your body. Opposite hand comes out to the side here, your arm. All right, nice job, you guys. Way to crush that upper body workout. I will be seeing you guys tomorrow for our live at 6 a.m. So hopefully you guys have a great day. Go out there and just keep working on those little changes. Every little thing that you do that progresses you towards that ultimate goal, or every workout that you do, or every glass of water that you drink, or every, cookie that you decline, whatever it is that you're struggling with, just make those little tiny, tiny changes, and they do add up. So don't give up, keep going. I'm right here with you guys, and I'll see you very soon.